Grand rising, new moon blessings, and Bom Dia from here in Portugal. So let's talk about our Capricorn new moon. What does that bring? How can we work with those energies so that we can manifest, clear, create? Let's not forget, you are the creator. We are creators. We are creation and creators, innovators. So how can we use these energies to better serve ourselves and the collective? Capricorn is an ambitious energy. It is a planning energy. It is committed. It is loyal. And it creates leaders. Here, in this reality, it's very earthbound. So that is the beautiful, positive aspects to Capricorn. And this is the energy that we need to tap into, to embody, to use in this moment to help propel us into our potential. But before we go on into the potential of Capricorn in this moment and what we can do to use these energies, I just want to remind everybody that this is a time of rest. We are in our winter in this moment. Yes, we have 2025 Happy New Year celebrations coming. I won't be celebrating because it is not our new year. Our new year comes with the spring. It comes with Beltane. So when we're in this deep winter rest state and we create these New Year's resolutions and we expect action, change, breaking of habits, beginning of new, and then we can't commit to them. They fall through, the cracks. We end up going back to old habits, old patterns, and then we kind of find ourselves in this cycle of failure and kind of self-punishment. That's because in this moment you are meant to be resting, not celebrating New Year in the middle of winter. We cannot fulfill those promises we make to others or to ourselves at this time. We are in a place of rest, nurturing. So please don't put the pressure on yourself to achieve in this moment. As human beings, this is not the time. We are still in hibernation, but it is the time to begin to nurture those foundations. So all those seeds that we collected from last year's harvest, so all the festivals, the connections, the conversations, the collaborations, the ideas, the creations that we've had, the sharing of conversations of what might be. This is the time that we sift through those and we start to look at them and go, what seeds can I nurture? What foundations can I begin to lay? Ready for spring, ready for when Grandfather Sun returns and we are birthed into action. So this is a time of weeding and seeding. What conversations maybe don't serve this coming phase. Maybe they are for another phase. Maybe they are not for you at all. What conversations, what potential collaborations can be made? So it's a time for reflecting, nurturing those foundations and reviewing. Yeah, not action, just intentionally reviewing the foundations and supporting that for next year. Weeding and seeding, watering and nurturing those seeds of foundation, or if they're taking up space, pull them out. So Capricorn wants you to break it down. We're talking about the weeding and the seeding. We had our Sagittarius moon that really highlighted and brought to us our truth. It really brought our attention inwards, our inner truth. We still have some Gemini energy in that fiery realm lingering. It wants us to sift through our inner world. This is a dark moon, don't forget. This is our inner world. And it wants us to anchor into that truth that we found, that truth that we know, and to really bring it into action, to bring it into fruition, to hold that truth and to build your foundations based on what it was you learned about that truth. So looking through the weeding, the seeding, what isn't aligning with your inner truth? What is it that doesn't feel that it's nurturing your truth or your path ahead or your full potential. This is the point of review and reflection and planning that Capricorn is asking. So when we sit in our new moon rituals and we're writing our intentions and we're offering our prayers, speak from your truth. Really be honest with yourself. What is it that isn't in alignment? Weeding. What is it that you want to bring into fruition, to water into potential growth? Seeding. With this new moon. These are your intentions. So I ask you, what's the plan? But it's not all about the Capricorn new moon. We have other energies at play, as you well know. Other planets that are bringing abundance. Other planets that are showing us things that need to be let go of. Things that aren't serving the individual or the collective. We have Venus, the beautiful planet of abundance, passion, money. She's sat in Aquarius for this new moon. Aquarius, the sign of the innovator, the humanitarian, the collective. Aquarius wants us to rise together. It is also the sign of rebellion. A rebellious, loving movement. This is what Aquarius brings. And where Venus is sat in Aquarius, so when we can look at abundance, it's not just about I, me, it's about us and we. How can we move with grace together, collaborating in this new time? Don't forget, we've got the big Pluto shift. I've spoken about it before, but Pluto is now moved to Aquarius. We have entered the golden age. We are on the fringes, but it is our actions that create the path, lay the foundations for generations to come. So embodying that energy as the collective is absolutely going to serve us moving forwards, our children and the world and the reality that we all collectively share. So where we receive our abundance, Aquarius, it is in the rising together, and it's in those collaborations, that the connections that we gathered from last year, the potential ceremonies that we create and offer together, the teaching, the workshops. This is all that Aquarian Venus abundant energy that we're speaking of. And also your truth. I truly believe as a human being rather than human doing that it is in the togetherness that we rise, that we find the most joy, the most support, the greatest healing. So I really urge others to tune into that energy and to feel safe enough to create collectively. We've been brought up in a system that is about serving the self, in a patriarchal system where it's about competition. Be better than your neighbour. This is mine, you know. But it doesn't actually serve. Isolation does not serve you. It does not serve our collective growth at all. So forming relationships, deepening that connection and collaboration is absolutely, I believe, the way forwards with this energy that's being offered to us as what's being shown. Pluto is here to break down the current narrative. He is the destroyer, the lord of the underworld, to bring death, destruction. But to have rebirth anew, we have to first die. This isn't a bad thing. It sounds scary, but letting go of narratives and patterns, behaviours, current affairs is uncomfortable. Any form of egoic, energetic, behavioural death is uncomfortable because we like to stay in the familiarity of what we know. But if we stay in that space, it is a disservice to ourselves. We are preventing ourselves from evolutionary growth and healing. So be brave. Step out of what you know, step out of the current familiar patterns and be brave. Connect, share, collaborate. Find your people. But first, anchor into your truth, We have Mercury still sat in Sagittarius, that fiery communication, that truth communication. This energy is beautiful, but it can also be destructive. Because if we speak from a place that is from a triggered, dysregulated, fiery place, then we can often create more pain, not just for ourselves, but for others. So speaking your truth is beautiful, but please speak it from a conscious, embodied space. One where it is reflective, where you think before you speak, you pause before you react, and you respond from a loving, gentle, graceful place within. And we have Jupiter also sat in Gemini. Gemini is the twins. It is the introvert, the extrovert, the true self versus the self we offer to others. It is the life and soul of the party. It is also that kind of inner world that we shut away from others, that we keep to ourselves. Jupiter is the planet of amplification. He is here to shine a spotlight on that truth. So all these energies combined that relate and converse and will collaborate with each other. You know, the Venus in Aquarius, that collective abundance. Pluto in Aquarius, it wants us to rise into this new golden age. Mercury in Sagittarius, it wants us to speak our truth. Jupiter in Gemini wanting us to see our truth, to embody our truth, who we truly are. And Capricorn, beautiful Capricorn, here to lead the way, to show us that we can step into that truth in this reality, in this lifetime, in the now, and really begin to lay those foundations, not just for ourselves, but for our children and for others, so that collectively we can rise together into this new reality, into this new age of love, healing, and abundance. It isn't until we step into that true reflective space, blocking this within, where we are accountable for our feelings, for our words, for our reflections, for our thoughts, where we observe ourselves in environments and spaces and places that we feel uncomfortable. What is it that we're bringing to this story that is creating our reality? Every choice we make brings us to the reality that we're currently experiencing. Every choice we make, every choice, every conversation, every thought, every feeling, everything we act upon, everything that we respond to, we are the creators, don't forget. We are creating momentarily, but also everything's been created already. That is creation, that is the beauty. So we can gracefully take pause to reflect. Take pause. Taking that pause, taking that moment to observe what is it that you need at this time, in this moment, to help you to clear the path to potential. Is it medicine? Is it reflection? Everything is a medicine. Give yourself the honor to review and reflect, to break down patterns, and to move into this new cycle with grace. I'm wishing you a beautiful new moon ritual. Light a candle, write your intentions, drink cacao, and bring yourself into the now. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I'll leave you with the sun. Bom Dia.